podcast. I'm Amber. I'm a crochet designer, crochet tutor and all-round craft, yarn, textile enthusiast. Thank you for coming back if you are a returning viewer. Also, if you're not, thank you also for coming. I'm just being really awkward, as I always am. I just find it really odd talking to myself. I'm looking at myself as well. I don't know if I should be looking at the camera or looking at myself. Anyway, I'm rambling already and I'm really sorry. So today I'm going to be showing you what I've been working on. There's not a great deal, to be honest, and I haven't actually got many new things to show you either, but I am going to be drawing the winner of the giveaway from the last podcast, so that will be at the end, so I'm excited about that. I'm going to be talking to you a bit about some of my upcoming workshops, and a bit about, I'm probably just going to ramble quite a lot, but yeah, I will start with not new, I'm going to start with finished projects. Coffee the size of my head, needed. I've got a poorly child. Well, she's not, I think she's just teething. She will be 2 in December, and she was late with her teeth, so she's just kind of getting them all at once now, bless her. And yeah, she's not very happy today. She's just gone up to bed, so I am drinking lots of coffee. And before anybody asks, this mug was from TK Maxx. I had it for Mother's Day this year. Everybody always asks me where I got it from. So also, look, it's so cute. I don't know if you can see. It says "Morning Sunshine." So yeah, excuse me, just like gulping my coffee down. Right, the first finished project I'm going to show you is not quite finished because I haven't weaved in my ends yet. This is my little frilly jumper that I've made for my little girl. She's going to be 5 next week. I've got 2 little girls, if you didn't already know that. And the eldest is going to be 5 next week. And this frill is so on trend right now, and I keep seeing it everywhere, and I keep thinking I've got to make something with a frill. And I really wanted it not just on the sleeves and not just on the front, I really wanted it going all the way around. I've been contemplating adding a frill to the sleeve, to the cuffs as well, but I think actually I'm just going to leave it as it is. I really, really love it. And I think I'm going to also make my baby romper with a sleeve and a little frill for my youngest. Not entirely sure yet. I keep getting asked for the pattern. I only made it this week. It was originally going to be a cardigan that I was making out of just a double knit acrylic yarn, and it was doing my head in. I mean, it wasn't quite this technique, where you chain and then you do 1, 2 in the same stitch with a chain in between to create a corner, like with a granny square. It was more rounded, like a circular yoke, and it was just causing me so many problems. And I think it's finally clicked with me now what I needed to do. So I'm going to go back and I am going to do that in the grey Signet, I think it is, double knit. So I'm going to make a cardigan as well, but that probably won't be till the spring, I don't think, because I just haven't got time at the moment. But anyway, yeah, you will have seen this yarn a lot on my feed if you follow me on Instagram. It's the Rowan brushed fleece. I talked about it in the last one because I made my my even moss stitch scarf out of it. Honestly, it's a firm favourite. I need to get some in other colours because it's just gorgeous. If you didn't see my last podcast, it's 65% wool, 30% alpaca and 5% I'm gonna say polyamide because that's how it's spelt. I've heard people say polyamide. Polyamide. Anyway, Rowan brushed fleece. You can get it from Hobbycraft. I'm going to talk a bit about Hobbycraft as well, actually, because I don't think I have actually sort of publicly told anybody that I was asked quite a while back now to be a Knitcraft ambassador for Hobbycraft. And it just kind of slipped my mind to actually tell people. So they've been sending me and some other Instagrammers lots of new yarns from Hobbycraft, and I just kind of got on with making stuff with them and tagging Knitcraft and Hobbycraft, but I didn't actually tell anybody that I am an ambassador for them, which is really exciting. It just means that I get lots of yarns sent and I can write reviews, I can talk to you about them on here, post about them on Instagram, all sorts of things like that. And it also means that I get to try yarns that I wouldn't have necessarily bought, because I'm a bit terrible when it comes to buying expensive yarns. Like I'm quite happy to just design using acrylics and cottons because they're, you know, budget yarns, and for someone like me with a family, you know, that might be the only thing that you can afford to buy, but it has meant that I can, you know, I've been able to work with stuff like this that I wouldn't have necessarily bought before, but I definitely will now because I love it. And I am becoming a bit more of a yarn snob since I've been working for them, because I'm going back to acrylics and I'm thinking, oh god, I don't like this. Yeah, I always used to work mainly in cotton. Drops Paris is still one of my favourite yarns. I haven't worked with it for ages because I've been doing so much other stuff, and I do still like an acrylic, but it's nice to try new things, I suppose. So yeah, that's my little frilly jumper, and I am going to try and get the pattern written up as soon as I can, but it does mean making another one because I added bits at the end and I, you know, tweaked it as I was going, which I need to make another one to write out exactly how I would make. I need to write it exactly how it would be made for somebody else. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I love it, and I really want to make one for myself, but this is just, you know, cheap thing from Marks and Spencer's, but I just love it. It's lovely. Anyway, moving on, the next thing I'm going to show you is another finished item, and it's this gorgeous squashy cushion. It's so cool, I love it. Yeah, I did an arm knitting workshop at the end of September and I got the knitting bug. I'm sorry, cheating on crochet, but yeah, I got the knitting bug, and I knitted this with my hands. It's a technique that I hadn't seen before, but it's so simple, and I'm doing a workshop to make a circular cushion that I'll show you in a minute, and then I am going to do a video tutorial on how to make this cushion very soon, but yeah, I just wanted to show it to you first before I do the tutorial. Isn't it cute? I love these pom-poms. These pom-poms were made using, it's got crumbs on it, Whatnot, Wool and Gang, the other one, We Are Knitters. I talked about my Sphinx blanket last time. I'm really sorry, this light just keeps going. I probably should have closed the blinds. And then I've got cars going past. I'm really sorry, it's so professional over here. Anyway, so yeah, this was left over from my Sphinx blanket, and this is the colour Honey. I just love the pom-poms that it makes because they're so fuzzy. You know, sometimes you get really defined pom-poms where you can see each strand. You kind of get that with acrylic, but because this is a natural fibre, you can really fluff it up. Molting. And yeah, It's almost like felted. Oh, I love it. It's so good. This that I used for the cushion, I'm going to show you another ball here. It's by Katia and it's called Extreme. It says XXL knit. And it's it's like a tube of very fine knit cotton. And then it's kind of stuffed with like what I would say is toy stuffing, but I did actually get some out, and it's not, it's like, well, it says it's polyamide, and it's like stretchy. It's really weird, but I love it. I think it's great, but you don't get much in a ball. This is 200 grams, but obviously, you know, compared to like an acrylic or something. Oh, just put that back in there. That's the hat with the giveaways in it. Sorry about that. Yeah, so that is yeah, you don't get as much as you would for like a 200-gram ball of like a super chunky or something, but I mean, I used 2.5 for this. The other last little bit I used to make like a plant pot cover. I might show you in a minute if I can reach over without looking too much of an idiot. But yeah, I really like it. It's really, really squishy. It's like, yeah, it's lovely. And they've got some great colours. I'm hoping to make a blanket out of this lovely cream as well, because it would make a great blanket. I mean, I think it would be really good for like lots of different homewares, like a rug would be nice, but I just think a blanket in this would be gorgeous. Rambling again. So yeah, that's my lovely cushion, and I'll show you now the other arm knitted. I call it arm knitted. I'm just going to grab some coffee. But you're not actually using your arms, you're using your hands, but hand knitted is a different thing. Hand knitted, a lot of people would just think is knitted by someone rather than machine knitted. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, so this is it, and you'll have to excuse the fact that it is pilled like crazy because my kids sit on it, they love it. But this was also made with reject yarn because I just made it as a sample. How nice is that? It's so nice, and it's so simple to make. I'm doing a workshop on how to make this in my town, which is Rugby in Warwickshire in the UK, if you didn't know that. And if you're local, I do lots of workshops around here, so that would be lovely to meet you. So yeah, I made this using Woolly Mahusive Mammoth yarn, which is what I used for the arm knitting workshops as well. And I love it, I really do love it. You don't even have to fill it because it's so squashy. I mean, I did fill it with, I just ripped open an old pillow and shoved all the stuff in there, but you don't have to because it's so squashy anyway. You wouldn't really even need to do that. So yeah, isn't it nice? It's so soft. Yeah, so that the workshop to make this, there are still a couple of places left. I think there's 2, and that is going to be so much fun because it's an evening workshop as well. Because I always get, you know, I normally do them on Saturdays because my other half works all week. And yeah, so workshops are normally on Saturdays, and then I keep getting asked to do one on like a weekday evening, so I thought, right, we'll do this one. So I think it's on a Wednesday evening. It smells of coffee because I spilt coffee on it. Yeah, that's my cushion. While I'm on the subject of workshops, I'm just going to quickly tell you about another arm knitting workshop that I have that isn't in Rugby, It's in Tunbridge Wells. Now, if you follow Emily from Make E, she and I met at a hobbycraft event because she is also a knitcraft ambassador. Just gonna have some more coffee. She's also a knitcraft ambassador, and we'd been following each other on Instagram for ages. And you know, when you just know that someone's going to be your friend, like we're just so alike. I love her, she's brilliant. So she came to my arm knitting workshop last month, and she had loads of people saying, oh my god, you need to do this in Tunbridge Wells because I really want to learn. So she's asked me to go and do a workshop with her, so we're co-hosting, and we will teach you together how to make your arm knitted throw. I don't actually have one because, you know, I don't have time to make things for myself often, and at the workshop I was just teaching, and you know, there was quite a lot of teaching involved, although once you've got it, and it's so easy. I mean it, honestly, it's so simple. But I didn't actually get a chance to make myself one, so I'm hoping at that workshop with Emily from Makey in Tunbridge Wells, I will be able to make myself one. We shall see. So the venue that we've got is, apparently it's 5 minutes walk from the station, and Emily says that is no exaggeration, it is literally 5 minutes walk from the station. So if you're in London or other surrounding areas, don't really even know where Tunbridge Wells is. I think it's in Kent. I'm really sorry. I'm so British. Yeah, so even if you're not local, travel, because it's going to be so much fun. You're going to have a glass of Prosecco on arrival. Fun. And then the bar will be open if anybody wants to buy extra drinks, and they do serve food as well, so if you wanted to get food, you can. Emily and I will be there. We'll be doing arm knitting. We'll probably have a little dance because that's just what we do. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be brilliant. £75 to secure your place, and that includes all your materials, the Prosecco on arrival, and full tuition from us. Yeah, really excited for that. I keep doing this thing where I raise my eyebrows like, oh hey. Someone said to me the other day, which was so nice to hear, they said, I watched your podcast the other day, and I went, oh, did you? Because it's always kind of like embarrassing when somebody in person says it, and I'm like, oh, you know, what was I like? And she said, I absolutely loved it. It was like, I felt after I'd watched it, like we just sat down and had a cup of tea together, and that's exactly what I want. Like, I know I'm a bit awkward, I know I'm a bit stupid, but I don't want this to be, you know, really staged with scripts and lighting and clickers. Although, you know, if you do that, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I just wanted my podcast to be, you know, really chilled out and as if I am sat here having a chat with you. I've actually put a big bear behind my phone, so I'm kind of talking to him. Yeah, I think I've had too much coffee already. Anyway, so any feedback on the podcast is fab. And I would, really appreciate if you have any feedback at all. Even if it's negative, I mean, just don't be mean, okay? Like, no one likes someone who's mean. Right. Other finished objects. I'm going to show you my Wool and the Gang scarf, and I know that I've posted a lot about it on Instagram, but you might not follow me on Instagram, you might just be a YouTube user. And in my last podcast, I showed you the kit that they'd sent me, and I said, I'll probably, you know, it won't be a work in progress by the end of the day, it'll probably be finished, and it was. I finished this scarf, I'm going to put it on because it's gorgeous. I finished this in about an hour. I mean, I'm quite a fast crocheter, but it is very simple. It's a, you know, it works in a very long row rather than backwards and forwards all the way along. It's just like long row, backwards and forwards. And I love it. and it smells so good as well because it's wool rather than acrylic. It just, anyway, I love it, and I get compliments on it wherever I go because everyone goes, oh my god, what a stunning colour, and it really is. Oh, the light's really bad, I'm really sorry. Can you see? It's called Cinnamon Dust, and it's kind of like a rusty orange colour. I love it. I'm really sorry about this lighting issue. And I also have this hat that I've not actually finished yet. Well, it is finished, I just haven't sewn the pom-pom on. This has got the giveaway winner in there somewhere. But this is very similar. It has similar, you know, a similar look, but it's £5 a ball, 200 grams, and it's from Knitcraft at Hobbycraft, and it's called Hug It Out. And this, yeah, I should have done my research before I started filming. I'm gonna say it's called Rusty Red. No, it's called Paprika. Rusty Red. I think it's called Paprika, and I think it's £5 a ball. Yes, it is £5 a ball, and it's lovely. I really, really like it. And you know, if you can't get Wool and the Gang because that's like £15 a ball, then this is a fantastic alternative. I'm keeping it up this way because it's got all the names in. And when I said I would be drawing names from a hat, you know, it's got to be from a crochet hat, right? But yeah, so that's Hug It Out. My memory was full, so I had to delete some stuff. The last finished object I'm going to show you, these fingerless gloves. I made these using the Paint Box Chunky Pots. I really like them actually. I'm not a massive fan normally of like a multicoloured yarn, but these, I mean, I wouldn't wear these myself personally because they're not really, I mean, although I love these colours, they're not really colours I tend to wear, but I really like them. These will be a Christmas gift for somebody. I love that they're different. You know, they're not exactly the same, obviously, and that's a really, really simple pattern that I found online, just tweaked ever so slightly to fit. And then I also made one, haven't finished, in the Harvest colourway, which is gorgeous. I mean, again, I probably wouldn't wear them myself, but I know someone who will, and they'll love those for Christmas. So it's such a quick make. It probably took me about 40 minutes to an hour to make two, without weaving in ends, obviously. But because it's worked from, you work in rows on the rib first, and then you just go straight into working along here. The only end that you actually have to weave in is the top, because you can just crochet over this end. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so that colourway is Fairy Dust, and that colourway is Harvest, and I really recommend them. They are acrylic. I used a 6mm hook, which meant that my stitches were quite close, which is obviously quite nice. In the winter, you don't want open stitches because then your hands will be cold, which defeats the object of a glove. Right, the next thing I'm going to talk to you about is, this is quite exciting, the Secret Crochet Club. It's a new brand, a new company, and it's a monthly crochet subscription box. Obviously everything inside is a secret until you get it. I think it's such a nice idea. I've had one before from Crochet Boxes. I don't think that they're actually doing theirs anymore, which is a shame because they were really lovely as well. But I don't subscribe you know, to monthly things because it's not that I just can't commit. Like, I haven't actually made the project inside here yet because I can't commit to something every month. Commitment issues. But I'm going to show you what's inside, and it's really lovely. it's packaged really nicely. There's kind of like a blue and yellow theme going on. I don't know if that's just for this box, because you'll see in a minute what's inside is blue and yellow too. It reminds me of IKEA. Anyway, so you get this lovely tote bag with the Secret Crochet Club logo on, which is great. That's in like a turquoisey colour. I also had a really lovely handwritten note from Nade, who runs Secret Crochet Club. Left the card over there because it's really pretty, so I've left it over there somewhere. Anyway, and then you come to this and you open it up and you've got 3 lovely balls of double knit Signet yarn, which is a 100-gram ball, 100% acrylic. So there's a red, there's a lovely mustardy yellow, and there's a blue. And they will make this lovely bag, which is called the Rising Sun bag, and it's designed by, see, I should have rehearsed all of this. I can't remember who it's designed by. Blue Star Crochet, sorry, I did know that. Yeah, so it's designed by Blue Star Crochet. I'm not going to obviously show you the pattern, but yeah, and this little booklet is so lovely. It's like, I just think it's really nice that, you know, you've got your pattern there, talks a little bit about the company, sorry, and then you get some, there's obviously other things in there, and in here there's like information on everything that's inside. So I'm going to get the things out and I'm going to look at the information and I'm going to tell you a bit about each company. So we have these little yarn pegs in the colours that we've got the yarn in for the bag, and these are by the Polka Dot Giraffe, and she sells these in, you know, you can get the entire range of Stylecraft, Signet, Paintbox, loads of other things. So her Etsy store is just Etsy blah 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 blah, the Polka Dot Giraffe, and yeah, I think these are really good because, I mean, I don't think I would use just 3 of them. Do you know what I mean? It would be quite worth having the whole range in a yarn that you use a lot, because it saves you grabbing balls out to work out projects. You know, you've got these and you can think, oh, they look lovely together. So I think I am going to order some from her, probably for Paintbox. And if she does Drops Paris, which I think she does, I think I might get some Drops Paris as well, because I'm always using them. And I think it's, you know, it's much easier to just get your pegs out. What's wrong with me? Okay, the next thing in here, so you get a little hook. This is a tiny hook. I'm never going to be able to work that. 3.5. I normally never use anything smaller than about a 6 because I'm lazy. But yeah, it's pink. And then these that I am obsessed with. I mean, I haven't actually used it yet, but wow. Hot chocolate melts. So I've got Pip's Real Hot Chocolate Company in pure white and in classic. And you just pop the hot chocolate into cold milk on the hob and then just stir until melted, and that makes the perfect hot chocolate. And I think, oh, Handmade in Wales by Pip. How cute. Though I'm actually going to, if she sleeps long enough, I'm going to make myself hot chocolate after this while I do my editing. So yeah, they're lovely. Another thing that came in this lovely box is a handmade stitch marker, and this, let me get out my information book, is made by a company called Hooked by Robin, and look how cute that is. It's like a little rainbow yarn ball, and it's even got a smiley face. So cute. It's like kind of like Japanese-esque. So they're handmade in North Devon by Robin. And her website is hookedbyrobin.com. I will put all of these links in the description box below. But yeah, I really like this. I've got a discount code for you for your first subscription box. So I will pop that in the notes as well. And the other thing is this, my crochet project Bible. And this is by stationarygeek.co.uk. And oh my god, why have I not got one of these already? So it's got a conversion sheet. It's got recommended size guide. It's got crochet term abbreviations, notes, and then comes the squared paper. This, honestly, every single designer needs one of these. So you've got project name, project source, pattern source in fact, start date, finish date, that never, no. Yarn brand, yarn weight, dye lot, stitches used, hook size. That's another thing. When you're working on a work in progress, a whip, always make note of your hook size, because I don't, and I'm always ending up with, you know, I've made some hexagons, for example, in a 4.5 hook, and then I go back and I think, what did I use? And then I get hexagons different sizes. So this is where this is going to come in handy. Yeah, so that's a really, really lovely subscription box. And like I said, I'll pop the discount code in the description so that you can have a little look for yourself. Right, I was going to show you another work in progress. Have I shown you any works in progress? No, I don't think I have. Really, really quickly, because this is dragging a bit and I really, really want to do the winner of the giveaway. This is my current work in progress. I haven't really posted that much about on Instagram recently, but it's going to be my super bright Harlequin blanket. So I think I've gone for 6 colours. I've got this lovely raspberry colour, a sort of salmony pink colour, nice bright turquoisey blue, mustard obviously, grey obviously, no, that's grey as well, navy blue. I'm sure there was another colour. No, there's not. So there's, yeah, 3 colours, and I'm going to take this. I'm going to York tomorrow for the last crochet retreat. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a workshop there for my unicorn slippers, but I've got a 4-hour train journey before I get there. So I'm going to take this with me and hopefully bash out a few diamonds for my Harlequin blanket. Because I really do... Oh no, there is another colour. I knew there was. This is like a pale blue. So 3 different blues. Grey, mustard, and 2 sort of pinky colours. Anyway, I really want to get this finished because it's lovely bright colours. And I started it in the summer, and I know we are going into... Well, we're in autumn. We're going into winter. But I still think it would be a lovely blanket to have in my girl's bedroom. So now, the winner of the giveaway. Right. So there's me just jumping ahead. The winner will receive Winter Rainbow by Katia, and also Spring Rainbow by Katia, and a Katia 4mm hook. These are lovely. I started, haven't finished, my Liula by Potter and Bloom in one of the Spring Rainbow in like a purple to green sort of colour. And I think, like, I'm actually like really annoyed that I'm giving this away because I really like this now. I wasn't that, it smells good. I wasn't that much of a fan before, but I really like it now, and I think it would make a really gorgeous scarf or shawl. It's a bit cold now. Once I've drawn the winner, I'm gonna put this hat on. Right, so got 67 names in a hat here, and I'm going to draw the winner. Not looking, not looking. This is the winner. Let's see who it is. It's Sherbet Stitches! Yay, well done. I will be in contact with you if you haven't already watched the podcast. And yeah, well done. They will be on their way to you soon. Oh my god, I'm seeing you. So that's quite convenient actually. Sherbet Stitches Meg is going to be at the Crochet Retreat on Saturday, so I will pack them in my case and bring them with me. How exciting! Right, just take all those names out the hat. I'm just going to pop this hat on very quickly. So this is the one I was showing you, the Hug It Out. And it's kind of a one size fits all, because my little girl's worn this as well. I love this colour. So I've got this pom-pom for it. It's like a faux fur pom-pom. And then I ordered a load of faux fur pom-poms for my hat workshop, which is now sold out. And they've arrived. I just want to show you them because they're so cute. My memory went again. I'm actually going to have no apps left after this. I don't know how I'm going to be able to edit and... Anyway, so the little pom-poms, they are quite small. But look, there's a mustard one. And I think it looks quite cute with a little one. Especially on a children's hat. Some of them are a bit bigger. That one's nice as well. Look. Look, a neon. A baby pink. I've got loads more arriving as well, so I've got like a turquoise colour. Really exciting. Just wanted to show you those. But yeah, I am going to have to go before I run out of memory again. Poof, look at that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, if you've made it this far. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed. Nearly at 300 subscribers now, which is so exciting. Thank you. Thank you to everybody who commented on the last one and entered the giveaway. Please do subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. That would be lovely. Please give me a thumbs up and drop me a comment. Follow on Instagram. I've got a blog too. If you're local, get in touch about workshops. I do private parties. Oh, I didn't talk to you about the party I did last week. I did a baby shower. But anyway, I'm not going to go into it now. Let's wrap it up. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. And I will be back soon with episode 4. Oh, I did it again. Why did I do a kiss? Anyway, bye.